Kakausap po natin via Zoom si political analyst Father Rani Aquino para bigyan po tayo ng linaw sa mga nangyari pong kaganapan sa Senado. Magandang gabi po, Father Rani. Si Diane Kerer po ito ng PTV.
Good evening.
Alright. Father Rani, nakapag-quorum po ang Senado kanina sa pagdating po ni Senador Chis Escudero. Paano po sila nakabuo ng quorum? Pakipaliwanag po sa amin, gayong 12 lamang po ang bagong mayorya.
May decision ng Supreme Court in the 1940s, very early decision of the Supreme Court, that said that hindi binibilang ang mga senador na nasa labas ng sakop ng kapangyarihan ng Senadong mamilit ng magkilahok sa mga sesyon nito. Alam niyo kasi ang Senado, the Senate, has the power to compel attendance of its members. So sabi ng saligang batas, a majority of the Senate shall constitute a quorum. However, a smaller number may adjourn from day to day and compel the attendance of absent members. Ang sabi ng Supreme Court sa kaso ni Avellino versus Cuenco is hindi binibilang pag sinuri mo ang mayorya, hindi binibilang yung mga nasa labas ng bansa kasi hindi naman mararating ng so-called coercive powers ng Senate. Ngayon, hindi binibilang si Bato kasi hindi natin alam kung saan siya, kung dito ba siya sa Pilipinas, kung nagtatago siya, at the more important consideration is he is wanted by the International Criminal Court. So effectively, he cannot discharge his functions as a senator. So under that doctrine na inilahad ng Korte Suprema, the 12 constituted a quorum for the purpose of doing business this afternoon.
Alright, well, bago po ito ang pangyayari sa Senado, bukas po yung dating minorya sa pagtatalaga kay Senador Win Gatchalian bilang Senate President. Maaari niyo po bang ipaliwanag, Father, bakit Senate pro tempore lang siya at mananatili po ba sa pwesto si Senador Alan Peter Cayetano?
Well, you know, if Cayetano has only 11 votes now, counting himself. Alam niyo, normally a Senate President does not vote for himself. He will vote for the other the other candidate. But knowing Cayetano, he will vote for himself. So even if you include his vote, he has only 11 votes. As against 12 votes, who will vote for some other person? Perhaps Win Gatchalian. So he cannot be Senate President at the same time that there is a Senate President pro tempore. But they have to wait for the 13th vote at nang walang kaduda-duda na sino mang mahalal is the legitimate President of the Senate.
Well, Father, nitong mga nakaraang araw, usap-usapan na po yung paglipat ni Senador Chis Escudero sa dating mayorya. Ano po sa tingin po ninyo? Ang nagtulak po sa Senador para ika nga ay bumaliktad at umattend po ng session kanina. Tingin niyo po ba hakbang pa ito ng katapatan sa institusyon o political survival po, Father?
Well, I don't really know what is in Chis Escudero's mind. Nobody knows that. Perhaps his wife knows it. But number one, you're correct. It's a matter of political survival. But number two, he's a lawyer and he knows that it is his duty under the Constitution to act as Senator of the Republic. In fact, you know, sa saligang batas natin, bawal na mag-adjourn ang Senado kung hindi niya pinagpapaalam sa House of Representatives. So the Senate cannot just adjourn without informing the House of Representatives. So it's a combination of all of these things, a sense of duty, political survival, and probably also a sense that the public will hold him accountable together with all the other absentee senators.
Well, Father Rani, sa inyo pong palagay, mayroon po bang epekto yung naging pahayag ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. na bumalik na sa trabaho ang mga senador sa ginawa pong pagdalo ng sesyon po kanina ni Senador Chis?
Well, the President has very clearly said that he respects the independence of the legislature. under the Constitution kasi yung tatlong sangay ng pamahalaan, legislatura, ehekutibo at hudikatura, they are so-called coordinate, co-equal branches. Walang dapat makialam sa ginagawa ng isa. But I'm sure that there was some effect in the sense na the public listened to the president and the public would then consider na yung mga senador ay hindi nila ginagampanan ang tungkulin nila, and that might have really been one of the reasons that Escudero showed up today.
Well, now, Father, ayon po sa dating mayorya, ang dahilan ng kanilang pagliban sa Senado ay para po dito sa pagdinig ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Ngayon po, kanina po sa sesyon, itinalaga si Senador Erwin Tulfo bilang bagong chair ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Ano po kaya ang magiging implikasyon o ibig sabihin po nito, Father?
Committee chairmanships are a matter of majority vote. So if the majority vote is to change the committee chairmanships change. And so the hearing that is called by Pia Cayetano tomorrow, I don't think should proceed. The legal hearing will be the hearing called by the new chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee.
Alright, well, Father Rani, nagtalaga rin po ng bagong Senate Secretary at Senate Sergeant at Arms. Sa inyo pong palagay, ano pong implikasyon po nito gayong ilang senador pa ang posible pong hainan ng warrant dahil sa kanya-kanya pong mga kaso?
It's a good thing that the Senate got back to work, no? Kailangan natin na magtatrabaho ng Senado, and kailangan din paghandaan ng paglilitis ng pangalawang Pangulo. And so it's a good thing that this new group, this 12, have chosen people to fulfill the functions that are essential for the working of the Senate.
Well, panghuli na lamang po, Father Rani, sa inyo pong palagay, may iba pa po kaya mga senador na aanib sa bagong mayorya?
But that's a guess. At the moment, I don't see anybody else doing that, but it's very well possible that some will have a change of heart and join the new majority. And I hope that in the soonest possible time, things can get back at nang magampanan ng Senado ang dapat niyang gampanan sa ilalim ng ating saligang batas.
Well, on that note, maraming salamat po, political analyst, Father Rani Aquino.